No, just keep it going.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
my bad.
it's just the atmosphere.
I like that. It's clean.
Yeah, like,
Feel me? That's why you gotta tell a young lady when somebody, BM banging on the door, like, hey, who is that in there? And she be like, who is this? Somebody here for you? Be like, nah, just keep going. It's the atmosphere. Is that a gunshot? Like, I mean,
whole lot of wins, whole lot of friends. I'm in the know. Stacking my ends, chasing the M's, stuck in the bro, bitch. They not my kin, but they pretend we are not bros. Switching the lanes, coming in, learn how to code switch. They cannot read what's on my mind, that's why they scared of me. Hard to finesse when I'm at my best, I'm taking my time. Sipping this drink, smoking that pack, my thoughts ahead of me. You can talk like me, you can walk like me, and I'm my kind. Breaking necks, now I'm verbal with the flex. Legendary with the hooks, I'm the perfect catch.
yeah. Dealing with these dry ass niggas, baby. You need to come fuck around with Force. You need to come fuck around with the real guys, still winning. What's the name of the podcast?
Unplugged Podcast, man. We got Stunner in the building. Stunnaman.
Come get unplugged, baby. Come on.
Hey. How you do the dance, bro? Hey. All the way from the Bay, man. The baby going crazy, bro. Y'all come with the vibes, bro. You already know. Hey, let's let it rock for a minute.
Baby kinda thirsty, Quincy with a cosmopolitan. Think she wants some vitamins. D help her collagen. Dark chocolate king, I'm a main antioxidant. Baby, this ain't Robitussin. With that dance, y'all be hitting right the squabble. Come on,
We be hitting the squabble. Come on.
Yeah, you can hit the squabble.
They be seeing me in the club. I be
you hitting that shit.
Come on, bro.
That's really a good go-to dance, bro.
For real, especially if you don't know how to dance.
Exactly. It's 3 dances anybody can hit. Of course, you got classic 2-step, right?
Yep.
Then you got the squabble. Then you got a dance called a big stepping. 4-5 on me, look like I'm bench pressing.
Hey.
The big stepping is easy. We're gonna teach y'all right now. All you gotta do is simple. Take your arms and go like this. Literally. Feel me? Anybody could do that.
Is it a bounce with it? Like when you on it's like the 2-step tempo.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You could hit the squabble into the big step. You could be like this, and then literally all you gotta do is extend your arms. I know you be working out, so you do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro was telling me off camera, he get like some cool weights, 20, 30s, and then he work on his squabble because he wanted to be on point, so he get the weights.
Exactly.
He be hitting it with the weights. We know, bro.
You feel me?
You gotta drop the workout plan, the unplugged workout plan.
The unplugged workout plan coming soon. We're going to have the refreshers from Stunner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Plug it in, bro. Black entrepreneurs for real.
Keeping it lit, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all.
I wanna say, like, with the dance, bro, I seen like Jack Harlow, E40. Like, how did that come about? Like the influence?
Man, just right place, right time, right spirit, right mind. Shout out Nate, shout out Grace, shout out Boog. Feel me? Just having the right energy and attracting the right people. Cause like when you doing this stuff, a lot of times we want to run and chase the things that we think we feel like we should have. But that was more so like just continuously. I was doing a challenge. I did the challenge for 834 days, posting the same dance every day for that long. And it just brought people to us. And then just being in the right spaces, like knowing I got a partnership with Empire and them telling me, oh, Jack Harlow finna be in town. If you in the studio, you feel me, make sure. So pulling up after doing a show like 2 hours away, rushing right back to San Francisco. We did a show in Modesto. That's like 2 hours away. Yeah. Modesto to San Francisco is like IE to LA. So, coming back and then locking in, and then Jack Harlow not being there, but G-Eazy, All Black, and Guap Dad being in there, and then we making a song and connecting with his team, and then getting invited to the show yesterday, and then we hit the big stepping. So it's like, even sometimes when you don't get that moment that you really want, like at that day I didn't get the Jack Harlow, we wasn't big stepping, we didn't get a chance to connect, but it set the ground, and his team was like, bro, we got the chance to talk to Stunny, he was hella cool, which now me and Jack got a relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's dope.
And then E40 was just, you feel me? Somebody on the team saw him like a post. Shout out to E Money. Then she told our management at the time, and then just connected us. Sometimes it be that simple. You know what I mean?
Man.
So, but at the end of the day, the summary is it's just the work. You feel me? You just got to put the work in, and next thing you know, people come to you.
Man, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
You named a lot of people from the Bay, like all black. I rock with his music.
Come on, I can't police no bitch. I just passed him and laugh.
Hey.
At 15 was on a blade, should have been up in class. I'm a scum son of a bitch, trade coochie for cash. Stripper, renegade, and the fat, and be doing them bad.
Real talk, man. It was a lot of Bay people you named, and I ain't gonna lie, like I like that, like seeing that, like from LA and how the Bay coming together on what y'all doing. Y'all making us from LA want to be like, hey, we got to turn up. Y'all like cousins, you feel me? So it's like,
bro, we all West Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and then more specifically, we all California. I went to school in Louisiana for a minute at Loyola, New Orleans, and when I went to school out there, one of my closest partners was from LA, and I didn't understand how close we was until I left California. And when you think about it, geographically, LA and the Bay are way closer than LA is to Louisiana, even though they both LAs, or the Bay is to New York. Yeah. So when we go out of places, we're gonna have more similarities than everybody else. How we dance, the food we eat, our culture, you know what I'm saying? It might be subtle differences, but we hella close, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, once we understand that and realize that, bruh, a Bay to LA connection always is crazy. Mount Westmore, you feel me? Anything you think about, bro. So,
tough.
man, people don't even talk about how Too Short grew up in LA till he was 13 and moved to Oakland and then was doing his thing. So he got the whole Too Short is an embodiment of the West Coast. But it is hella dope. And it's dope. Like, we in a dope time right now where LA always did this, but they champion being from the West Coast. And they reviving, oh, yeah, we really like that too, you know what I'm saying, literally. And then now I feel like the Bay, we finally embracing like, oh, we the West Coast as well, you know what I'm saying? And the more we do that, the more it'll take what we doing further.
Real talk.
But one thing I love about LA, y'all have like, as much as y'all, people might not think, y'all have like real structure and y'all got spotlight, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got, in terms of like label structure, it's actually labels in y'all backyard. And then in terms of how y'all do things, y'all been doing this for years. Like, we see, right now we seeing like the culmination of 40, 50 years of hip hop coming to a head, and that's just been built over time, you know what I mean? So I think that's hella dope.
Yeah, that's true though. That is true. That structure is definitely here.
Yeah.
Far as like what you said something that's crazy, because I've been noticing that like that New Orleans and the Bay like influences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's similar with the dreads, the gold grills.
Yeah.
Like I heard, like I'm still doing my research on the history, but I heard like a lot of people from New Orleans did migrate to the Bay. Like, you want to talk about that a little bit?
So like back in the day, so specifically San Francisco and Oakland, and after the World War II, the Bay, San Francisco, Oakland was the first places that allowed black people to be in the Navy. So when that happened, hella people from the South migrated to Bayview, Hunters Point, and then they migrated to Oakland, the ports, you feel me? Yeah. So when that happened, hella people from the South is just in the Bay. Also, same thing with LA. Hella people, you peep like they roots be in Louisiana.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like the foundation for a lot of it. Then when that happened, around the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, there was this young up-and-coming entrepreneur. His name was Percy Miller. Basketball player, you feel me? His uncle gave him some money. He bought a record store in Richmond, California. In Richmond, California, he trapping, doing his thing. He like, man, I could really do this rap shit, you know what I'm saying? So Percy Miller started working with people like JT the Bigger Figure, started working with some influential players from Vallejo, Oakland, and eventually Percy Miller transitioned to be an artist known as Master P. You feel me? Working with K. Lou. K. Lou is a legendary engineer and producer. I had the pleasure of working with him, but he produced a lot of Master P music. So, but when Master P was in the Bay, he learned about the independent hustle. He learned how to basically like, okay, y'all just bouncing out, selling out the trunk. Y'all ain't really, y'all not really out here depending on the label to get the work for y'all. Like, I could do that. I got hustle. So he took that formula that the Bay already had in the early 90s, late 80s, and he brought that to Louisiana. And Louisiana never seen nothing like that before. Just somebody outside. And when you ever been to Louisiana?
No, I haven't been yet. I've been to Alabama, like certain parts of the South, but not.
Louisiana different because Louisiana got acquired through the Louisiana Purchase, so Louisiana got a French background. So even just the culture is hella different. The people look different, how they talk and everything. But even then, Louisiana influenced by New York as well because the way they talk, that's a whole rabbit hole. But you know what I'm saying? Master P went to Louisiana. He was going up, you know what I'm saying? Just out there trapping, hand in hand. Basically, he got a deal from Priority Records, the same deal that JT the Bigger Figure got, and it led to him not only having ownership, having one of the only deals of his kind, getting 85 to 90% of his masters without having to take a big advance or anything like that, but getting that exposure that you need from the label while also being able to distribute his own stuff. So Master P tore it up. That right there set precedent for people like, all right, that led to No Limit, which led to Birdman seeing like, oh, y'all tearing the city up? We could do that too. And people don't know that because Master P had these ties, it influenced everybody else in Louisiana to rock with the Bay, which then now it's a full circle moment, like how Master P was influenced by the Bay. He brought that culture back to influence us, you know what I mean? And now we just it's a revolving door. So you got the foundational side of it when economics, you know what I mean? Meaning like, okay, this is the first place in the whole United States that black people can be a part of the Navy. You got families moving out here with nothing just to get this economic explosion or catch this economic explosion. And then you got our other part of our culture, you know what I'm saying, the music. I mean, that's big. You know, that's why you'll see hella people from not just the Bay, but California, really Louisiana influence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, it's a lot of migration. Like, speak on that. Like, how important as an artist and just an individual that's coming from inner city to leave, you know what I mean, go different places and spread your wings. Like,
I always like this story, you feel me? Like, it was about a man on his deathbed, and he was talking to one of his kids. So he's like, hey, I got this car, right? And he gave the kid the car. He's like, I want you to take it down the street to my neighbor, see how much the neighbor offer you. So he took it to the neighbor, and then the neighbor was like, oh, I'll give you $1,000 for this car. And he's like, okay. So he went back to go see his dad. He's like, Dad, he said to give us a band. He's like, all right, I want you to take it like across town. I want you to take it to this chop shop. This like an OG car, like, you feel me? You know, it's like an old school, you feel me? So he took it to the chop shop. Chop shop was like, I give you 10 bands for this car, you know what I mean? Like, okay. So he took it back to Pops, and then Pops was like, I give you, they said 10 bands, Pops. And he's like, okay. He's like, they got this auction. It's about 50 miles away. I want you to take it out there and let me know how much they asked for the car. So he took the car out there. The kid took the car, went to the auction. They said they'd give him $100K for the car at the auction. So, you know, he brought it back. They was like, Pops. He's like, oh, they gonna give us $100K for the car. And he's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, what you see there? And then the kid was like, I don't know. And then Pops was like, basically, you gotta go where you're valued, because if not, people will never pay you what you really worth. So, you know, when I tell that story, you know what I'm saying, I'm thank you for everybody who listened to that, because sometimes when you just go down the street, you're not going to get the actual worth, and people are not going to know your worth and what you are. Sometimes you got to expand beyond your horizons to really get into a place that's not only going to really understand your greatness, but champion it. You know what I mean? That's why, like, as an artist, I feel like in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, in Northern California, I love it out there. But I feel like I've personally done as much as I can. More recently, we got a song rocking called Bitch Nigga Eat a Salad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Promoting healthy eating, keeping it lit. Yeah. But that song was only able to do what it do because it got exposed on a platform that was across the country on the radar. Shout out to Gay P on the radar. So I say that to say, like, as an artist, it's always good to get some love and go up at home, but you gotta get out your comfort zone. Like, we out here in LA just mobbing, like, you feel me? Somebody told me, LA Function finna have a Beta LA event. I'm like, what? That's an opportunity to get in front of people's faces. You know what I'm saying? So I came out here. I knew I had to be here because a lot of people still don't know who I am. You know what I mean? And I got to even win eventually when the whole world know about the still winning movement and we going everywhere. It's still, once we get national, we got to go out the country. Once we go out the country and the whole world knows, shit, we got to go to Mars. There's some Martians that need to know about the still winning movement.
Yeah, real talk.
You know what I mean? So it's just about, pushing the envelope and then also expanding the mind, expanding the brand. Every artist should get a passport. Every artist should figure out how they can get to the next city. But you only do that by maximizing the present. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's true. Like, you getting out of your comfort zone, showing up to perform out here at the LA function, you know what I mean? Like,
then we was able to lock in.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Then
like,
you gonna give me the workout routine. So
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Just eat. No,
hey, he's gonna say.
hold on.
He's gonna say, hey, yo, cut that part. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, for our audience, man, who just now tapping in with you, like we know who Stunnaman is today, but like, how did you come about, like, coming from the Bay? Like, let people know your background, how you got to this point.
Thank you. I appreciate that question, man. Well, my name is Jordan Rennie Gomes. I always say to Rennie to honor my uncle who passed away from an overdose on fentanyl around 2018. So, I always rep that, you know what I'm saying? But Jordan Rennie, huh?
I said rest in peace.
Of course, man. That's why I think we should normalize, what's going on with the drugs, because too many people are doing it covertly and it's not being tested. So when that not is the case, you got people cutting the drugs with all these different stuff, and a lot of people are overdosing off of fake perks and all this different stuff.
That's
so
real.
I don't
that
think
just happened to one of my homies, man.
Exactly, and I don't. People are always gonna do drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are always gonna drink alcohol. Life is hard, and I don't feel like we should demonize people for what they're already gonna do. And nobody's above judgment, but I do think one thing that can counteract the overdoses is saying, okay, you're going to do what you're going to do, just don't do it in private or hide about it. So if you end up doing something that could harm you, you can test it before you do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not encouraging nobody to do drugs. Don't do that shit. But, I feel like a better way is to be accepting of it. Like, I think they did that in Portland or Oregon or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, I think that's definitely we should accept people for their life. But back to me. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Rennie Gomes, you know what I'm saying? From San Francisco, California, but the earth is my turf. My pop's family, they from South Carolina. My mom, they from Providence, Rhode Island. So my roots, I'm one of the few people born in the Bay and grown up in the Bay. So my roots is different, you know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, I feel like I had a different outlook than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in public housing all my life, but I went to private school in 5th grade because I got a scholarship, you know what I mean, with the school with this dude right there behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You gotta be careful with this dude around some women, man. If you don't want to have no women around you feel me, don't hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to have all of them around you, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like it's bait with a fish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, honey to a bear, you know what I mean? Be aware. You know what I'm saying? You like how I threw the bear line in there? Feel me? They don't even know that. I'm just playing, bro.
Day one though,
Yeah, I met him there and just changed my whole life, changed my outlook. Seeing like, wow, I've only seen one side of San Francisco. I didn't know they had these mansions. I didn't know they had this type of living here. So it changed my mind. But at the same time, I was living in one of the lowest socioeconomic areas in San Francisco. So it's like I'm going to school in one of the best places, but living in one of the quote-unquote worst places. And it just really taught me to get out my comfort zone every day. You got to live on the spectrum. That led to me developing the persona as what started as Jay Stunna, this turned into Stunnaman 02, and then eventually became this part of me where it's like, okay, this is the person I created to be able to navigate this reality that we live, this dimension that we in, you know what I mean? So, and they brought me here, and over the time, it's just been making music, working on health and fitness, acting. I'm thankful to say, 2019, I was in the film Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Oh, dope. I got to check that out.
You definitely got to check that out. It talks about the gentrification in San Francisco. Was in a TV show Blind Spotting. And then also just more recently, at the end of 2022, we did Freaky Tales. You know what I mean? It's like Pulp Fiction mixed with Kill Bill from a Bay Area lens. You know what I mean?
Fire.
Yeah, got a lot of dope people in there. Jack Champion from Avatar, Tom Hanks, Pedro Pascal, Jay Ellis, Normani, Dominique Thorne. She was in Black Panther. Simba, another Baydestrian doing his thing. So I'm happy to say I was a part of it. Now we just gonna keep moving, and it's like doing it the positive way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, mobbing and having fun.
How did you get into acting? Like,
Oh
how did
man,
that come about?
You know what? It's one of them things like law of attraction. I think it was something that I was supposed to been doing all my life. I just never stepped into it. Like people was like, oh, I was always the person like it's graduation. Oh, you got to do a graduation speech. Or people was always telling me you need to read or you need to do this. And I'm just like, I was more like timid and quiet, but they always said I had a good diction, pause, and good articulation when I speak. So I was like, you know what? But the diction word, many, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is many though.
Yeah, for me. So I was like, man.
It's mainly because you put emphasis on it.
Yeah,
so you had to pause it.
I had to pause it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to catch myself, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but like, so it was around me all my life, and people was telling me, like, I took an acting class in high school. I was like 15, 16, and the acting coach came in to one of my scenes, and she was like, you need to take advanced acting. And I was just like, but I'm an athlete. And she's like, you can do both. And I just never stepped into it until I went to go live my life in New Orleans, and I failed. And I was just like, damn, I had to drop out of school. I just wasn't in a good place in my life. So I sat down like 2014, and I was like, man, what do I really want in life? And I was like, man, I really like to act, and I really like to make music. So music has been the vehicle to get us to destinations with acting and fitness and anything else. So that's how I stepped into it. And now stepping into it more fluidly and just paying attention to more opportunities and pushing for it. I've been able to attract 3 roles, be in the right place, right time. But now it's like, okay, let me go out on auditions. Let me go seek this. Let me go to this role that might not be what I conventionally do, but let me do this just to expand my repertoire and portfolio in acting. You know what I mean? So that's how I got into it. So it was more, I'm thankful to say, like, acting is more natural to me than rapping or doing music. Music, I feel like I have to always work for that. It's just more fun. I do that therapeutic. Acting is more like, I like it because, say you like, all right, I need to be Belly. I need to be bruh from Belly. I think his name is Bones. You know what I'm saying? DMX character. I get to play my version of that. I get to show my truth in that. Or hey, show me your version of Shawn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's my, you know what I mean? But I get to be my version of that though, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's why acting is cool, because you get to be the same person, but what you perceive it as, you know what I mean?
Man, I can relate to that, bro. Like, similar situation, not as I haven't progressed that much into it as you, but yeah, my homie, he actually went to school. He went to Berkeley and then went to USC, but he had put me in on the acting thing, and I was like, man, I ain't no actor, you know what I mean? But people would tell me, like, what's his name? I think his name DeAndre Bonds. Is that his name?
Barry Bonds' nephew.
The dude who plays Stacy.
Oh yeah. Legendary. Damn, you kind of look like him on the main one.
That's
like
great.
Yeah.
So he told me that. He was like, yo, you remind me of when I was younger. Like, you need to get into acting. I kind of brushed it off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time I met him, like, he was fresh out of jail. I'm like, I don't know. You know?
Yeah, he might just be saying anything.
Yeah, right. But then my homie, fast forward, he graduated from Berkeley, started going to SC. And then he told me, like, hey, bro, just try it. I'm like, nah, I never acted before. He was like, bro, it's just like you rehearse your lines and rapping. It's the same thing with, like, when you read lines for, like, you know, a role and stuff. I tried it, went through the auditions, ended up getting the role.
Well, congratulations.
Getting my music on there, you know.
DeAndre Bonds tell you to do it, man. He seemed like a pretty transparent person. I don't think he'll lie. I don't think he'll lie to you.
Yeah, no, real talk.
But you were saying you got your music on there?
Yeah, I got my music on there too, and I started seeing, like what you said, the vehicle, like your music can inspire a director to put you in the role. Like, I not only see you as an artist just dropping the song on here, but like your conviction inspired the character, so I want you to play this character as well. So that's dope, bro. Like,
for sure. That's how I got my most recent role. At the time with Freaky Tales, Big Steppin' was in a space where in the Bay, people was viewing it as being solidified as something like, oh, this is embedded in our culture forever. Yeah. So the directors of the movie tapped in. Shout out to Depp for making sure he was on point with that. And they was like, we just want you to show these 2 young ladies, Normani and Dominique Thorne, around Oakland. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I'm not from Oakland. I'm from San Francisco. And they was like, it's good. And I was like, tell them I'll do it if they give me an audition. So they gave me an audition, and I just locked in. It was to play Freddie B, the first Oakland rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or I think Freddie B, the first Oakland rapper, and they changed my character to fit me. I'm thankful for that. But it was the vehicle of music got me the look, and then I was able to negotiate and say, well, let me audition for a part. Just give me an opportunity. And when they gave me the opportunity, I was able to make the most of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So the same situation, that vehicle. And I've noticed in the acting a lot, there's hella actors. Feel me? Everybody want to act. A lot of people do. What are you going to do to stand out? Or how is your energy going to be on set? Or feel me, can you do hair? Can you do makeup? Can you do something to get you in a room to get people to be like, oh, you hella cool. Oh, yeah, check out my headshots. Oh, yeah, I do this too. Or, yeah, let me audition. You know what I'm saying? Push the issue when you get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit, yeah, let me get some water on that one.
Had to do the
refresh me.
What's up?
Come on, bro. Oh, I got one.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
My boy, man.
Yeah. I had to do the unplug plug.
You know, it's a hot summer right now, bro. It's a hot summer.
Hey, facts. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, so talk about, like, it don't even got to be just in music or anything like that, but people, like, you feel like that shaped your character as far as, like, influences, you know? Because you are well-spoken and things like that, but, you know, we all, like, develop character through people we meet on our way, you know, to this point and further, you know, so.
That's a good-ass question, bro. Nobody ever asked me some shit like that. That's clean.
Man, I appreciate that.
But nah, I will say, like, my mom definitely the biggest influence. She helped just with understanding intellectualism. Like, before I was even born, she was reading, always reading. Every day, every night, she'll read me to sleep. And it just, I feel like, bro just asked me, damn, bro, you one of them, you started talking at a young age, huh? And I was like, yeah, I did, bro. I was hella young, like, already talking complete sentences, full. And I was like, it was because my mom used to read to me every day. So you have an adult talking to you, not like doing baby talk, just literally reading to you. Eventually, bro, babies are so intelligent that even before they born, they're comprehending what's going on. You peep, kids is always learning, and I feel like as adults sometimes we go through so many situations that shape us that we lose the curiosity of life, you know what I mean? And if we always keep that curiosity, I feel like we always have youth. We always would be developing and growing in life. But my mom, for sure, just reading and everything like that. And I grew up, I didn't meet my dad till like 4 years ago. So, you know, I took a lot of influences from my neighborhood. I just peep people like, okay, I like how his muscles look. I want to be like that. You know what I mean? Or I like how he carries himself. I want to be like that. But indirectly, like, some professional, like, influences was definitely people like 50 Cent. Before, bruh, started doing all the many shit, and we found out he was dropping stuff in people's drinks and doing weird stuff. I really liked the image of what Bill Cosby had with, like, the Huxtables and the Cosby Show, because that was my only, like, real. That was the first time I saw a black man with a family, and his wife was a professional, and they had a tight knit family, and he was like a professional. Like, he wasn't a rapper, he wasn't an actor. He owned his house. He had an ecosystem. He had a community of fellow professional black people. Like, we grew up in San Francisco. Like, San Francisco is a beautiful city, but it's also, like, it's just like any other place in America where, you feel me, black people and melanated people was forced into poverty to a degree. So it's like you don't necessarily see a doctor in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? You might have one person that went to go do something, but in my generation, I think I was the first and the only person to graduate college. So it was like just people like that was just positive role models. Any rapper who was an actor, feel me, like Queen Latifah's, the Method Man's, the Ice Cubes, those people like that. I really love Spike Lee a lot and what he did with his stuff. Feel me, just so many influences, more than I can name. But just seeing those positive role models. Robert Townsend, like, people don't talk about him a lot because,
that's true.
Yeah, bro, he was like, he always had, like, either a positive depiction of black people or it was funny enough. Like, he kind of, like, you know, like, about blaxploitation, And it's like how the 70 films, they would over exaggerate what's going on. He had like a modernized version of blaxploitation films. I thought that was hella dope. And then, you know, just people in that realm, the Waynes. I always thought the Waynes was hella dope. It's too many to name.
Yeah, real
you know
talk.
What I mean? So
but it seemed like you don't have a problem with like, you know, just admiration.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's only gonna make you better. And like the talent is infinite. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see the beauty in everybody. You know what I'm saying? That you see doing stuff that you can utilize and stuff like that. Speaking of that, bro, like I see you and the homie too, C5.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got to call C5. I'm happy you brought it up. We're supposed to go to Runyon today. I'm catting.
Yeah,
You know
and he been on the wave too.
Yeah,
vegan, like he even back then.
Yeah, he
I
really-
went vegan too, like for a minute.
Congratulations.
I went back. This, you know, I went back though.
Yeah,
you know?
it's hard.
But he was one of the first guys we would talk about that. Like, you know what I mean? He went to Cal State Dominguez right here, so that's my guy. But I seen y'all, both of y'all have that like in common. Like y'all don't mind giving people their flowers, you know. And I seen y'all did something for Marshawn Lynch. Like, how was that experience? Like,
Marshawn, Mama Lynch, whole Beast Mode team, amazing, bro. They hella cool. I feel like I said that amazing how C5 would. Amazing, bro. Nah, C5 be doing this thing with giving flowers. That's so dope. Gratitude is a good just skill to develop in life because when you appreciate what you got, you always get more. So that's hella dope. That's just a dope concept. But that situation was hella cool. C5 had an idea. He pitched it to me. I was like, bro, we got to send this to Marshawn. And Marshawn was like, bro, this hella dope, but we got to make it bigger. So Marshawn coordinated everything. He got his production team on it. He got everybody from Oakland that he was locked in with on it, and we just made it larger than life. And it was beautiful to have something kind of like impromptu done in Oakland, and it was positive, and that was hella dope. So I'm thankful C5 brought me in on that. And Marshawn deserved that. People don't, bro, he like a top 10 running back of all time. Yeah. Bro, like he's like one of the best, and the stuff he had to overcome is just so dope. And while not only be able to preserve his character and who he is, but to still grow as an individual and make just intelligent business moves, you don't really see that too often. And I think that's hella raw. And then also, I want to give flowers to the homie that worked from my neighborhood. So I'm from a neighborhood called Fillmore. I lived in Fillmore and Hunters Point, but I'm from a neighborhood called Fillmore, Harlem of the West. This dude named Chaz, you feel me? He's a dope ass editor. He edits a lot of the industry videos out here. Anything from like an artist to like, feel me, ESPN. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Chaz was the person who was one of the main editors on the Marshawn Lynch video. But he also just edited the Not Like Us video. Oh, so it was always dope to see somebody from where we from really pushing themselves, maximizing themselves, but being in these spaces. And then I think that's hella dope to stay connected with that because it's really the epitome of the West Coast. So that whole experience was dope. Being on set, seeing the big cameras, having a setup like this, you know what I mean? So, man, Marshawn deserved that. Oakland deserved that. The Bay deserved that, you know what I mean?
That's one of my favorite players, man. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch.
We got to get him up here.
Nah, for
you know
real,
what I'm saying? That'd be clean.
He a real one, man.
Nah, he really is, bro. He be anti to a lot of stuff, but when you meet him in person, you see why. Cause he not on his phone hella much. He's like in the moment. He living in the moment, happy, shaking everybody's hand, giving people hugs. He got when he turn up, he gonna turn up. You feel me? Yeah. But like, you know, and I feel like it was dope. Like me, Marshawn, Too Short, a couple other people. We all our birthdays is around the same.
Your birthday?
May 3rd. You know what I'm saying?
May 20th.
Oh yeah,
around there.
Yeah. Yours May 20th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you a Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus.
Yeah, you feel me? So that's I'm saying like we got a similar demeanor and how we. I don't think all zodiacs just talk about your personality traits.
Yeah.
But you are set up by like when you born in the same year environmentally, you kind of live through the same situations, same things. So I feel like we locked in a different way. We understand each other a different way.
Come on, brother.
Come on, Taurus gang.
Come on, Taurus
gang. That's why we swole on the podcast, bitch ass nigga.
Speaking of swole and like football and stuff like that, did you play sports?
Yeah, I played sports. I played up into JC, and then after that, I had a crossroads because I started taking school real seriously because I had dropped out At first I dropped out when I went to a 4-year Loyola New Orleans. Then I dropped out to figure myself out, and then I went to Santa Rosa Junior College because it had the best academics in California. So I was like, man,
that's what's up.
Hell yeah, it was dope.
Like excellence, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. We can't skip over that.
Come on, man. Come on. I got my AA from Santa Rosa JC, and when I was there, I was figuring my life out. You know what I'm saying? I started studying psychology, understanding something called life theory. Life theory, I call it the equilibrium. That's the mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological, moral, financial, and environmental. These are all things that play with or work within each other as microcosms that create a macro life that we live. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm saying is you keep all of these on point and your life will be good, and all of them matter equally. You can figure out some things. Sometimes your environment may be more important than your finances, or sometimes your mental may be more important than your physical, but at the end of the day, they all work together to make you better. So, I was figuring that out as I was going to school, and then I had a crossroads where I was like, okay, I'm doing cool with the football, but I'm not pushing myself to where I'm really like, okay, I'm going to practice every day, but I'm not pushing myself to where like, okay, I'm really gonna last this out. Cause academically, I was in the library every day up until the point where I got a 4.0 when I was at the JC. But I figured out how to do my credits to where I was going to graduate a year and a half before my eligibility was up at the JC. And I was looking kind of like that's how long that they was really going to give me some playing time. So I was like, man, do I want to take a risk and stay at this JC for hella long? I was like, nah, I'm finna push the academics. So I just pushed the envelope on that. Got that 4.0, applied to St. Mary's, applied to Morehouse, applied to some other schools. I got in everywhere I applied to. And then Morehouse, I didn't go because I had to take out a crazy loan. So I was like, man, I'm finna just stay in Northern California and go to St. Mary's. And it was a dope experience. But I look at the Morehouse experience, and it's crazy because, feel me, the year that I would have graduated from Morehouse was the year that the black billionaire paid everybody's loans and back tuition. So if I would, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so if I would have went there, and I was watching it, I was like, damn. But that's how sometimes you really just gotta have faith. You gotta put God first. And if God tell you a plan and a path, and it might seem far-fetched, God might tell you to go open up a dog washing business just specifically for poodles. And you like, bro, why am I getting this vision? But you gonna, feel me, go do it. Next thing you know, you done did that because you done made a norm for black people to have dog shows in the hood or stuff like that. And you was the first person to do that. And it led it to being an outlet for me for black people to do things positively. It might be a random ass vision, but you got that vision. And that's why I'm like, damn, it's still, St. Mary's still end up working out. I still started taking acting classes there. I was able to be Mahershala Ali, Ryan Coogler, who ended who went.
I rock with bro.
Yeah, he go crazy, bro. And he a cool, chill ass dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was able to learn a lot of things and then learn like, oh, a lot of great actors from the Bay went to St. Mary's. I know it's a lot more, but I know Tom Hanks, for me, myself, you know what I mean? Got to give myself my flowers. You know what I mean? So it got me back. It got me forward focused, and it was able to be something that locked me in. So
do you feel like going back to the sports part, right? Do you feel like that helped, like going through sports that help like with discipline and just like shaping your outlook and stuff?
For sure. Definitely playing organized sports, it helps your discipline, helps you be consistent. A lot of things when I was talking to the homie D Cut the other day. He used to play for the Cowboys, but he from LA too. He always be with Chris O'Bannon. We was talking about it last night in the club, and it's like when you're an athlete, you know what I'm saying, you have to do things over and over and over till you get it right. So when it's music or acting, we already trained to be like, okay, I'm gonna probably get this wrong 9 times before I get it right once. So when you're in studio, like sometimes I do a take, you know how it be where you do a take of something over and over and over until you get it how you want. And sometimes you might not even get it there. You want to get it good enough to make it sound presentable, but you want it to be best as possible. And I feel like that builds like a foundation for anything artist wise. Also just pushing too, you know, okay, you know, if you play football, Tom Brady was just talking about it. You playing football is not work, it's labor, because labor is working without the possibility of getting the outcome that you want. You just putting that work in. So it's like with sports, it's similar to music, because just because I go to the club, I got good energy, I'm shake the DJ's hands, I give everybody a hug, I'm being positive, that's not going to ensure that people are actually going to like my music. You know what I mean? Just because I'm presentable, I'm cool in an audition, that don't mean I'm going to get the role, even if I'm the best. You know what I mean? You get that from sports. Just because you drop 50 points, you on point, and you do your thing, you might not win. You might not win a game. So, you know, seeing that helps this be, I wouldn't say easier, but it helps you be able to move forward with it more. And like you said, your discipline and just locking in, doing stuff every day, being focused. And yeah, and also with networking, when you play sports, you meet hella people, you talk to hella people.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? It makes it easier. Like, oh shit, that's a cool dude. So
that was my first encounter with Oakland. Like I went to a combine out there.
Oh, that's clean.
You know, for football and stuff.
That's
like
raw.
That. So
you was really raw. Yes.
Oh yeah, I did my thing, man.
That's
I
what's up.
had an unfortunate situation happen, but it's cool.
You pistol whip somebody, bro?
Nah,
somebody?
Nah, we ain't gonna get into it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Hey, I mean, open case. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I mean?
Nah, but bro, like you talking about networking and collaboration, right? Like I see, like you done songs with the, of course, like C5.
Yeah.
But like Wally the Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Wally from
Wally,
the city.
Man. Come on,
you know
Wally, we got to shoot that video. I apologize. I didn't see your call. We gotta shoot that.
Shout out, you know.
Yep.
Sure, like how important is collaboration?
Man, hella important. I just did one of my biggest collaborations with, you know who Tech 9 is? Tech 9 just
independent legend right there.
Man,
like.
bro, I'm thankful. He a good ass mentor too. Shout out to Tech 9, man. People might not know, but Kansas City's finest, humble, genuine dude. I wouldn't even say he's humble. He's grounded, because he know he dope, but he don't never flex it or do too much. He just know I'm that shit, but I'm still like, no, I got work to do. And so he just gave me the opportunity to get on a song with him, Keek the Sneak, and La Russell. So that's right now, that's one of my biggest songs. You know what I mean? And it just opened up a whole new avenue of people who might not have known me. So that's something I want to do more. Like, I want to be integrated vertically with my collaborations. I want to be able to be, okay, I could work with somebody like Tech 9 who could help pull me up and teach me things. But, I still see that artist that's hella dope. You know, as I'm on my ascension, on my journey, I still want to be able to work with that. Damn, you got a slap? Damn, I could be your Tech 9 and it'd be a hit, you know what I mean? Yeah. So collaboration is important, and then finding a sweet spot of collaboration, because you really don't want to just work with anybody, because you really don't know what people got going on. Sometimes you don't know everybody's character. Sometimes situations is only beneficial for the other person. And with me, what I want to grow, what I'm growing into is not just doing something because, oh, you my friend, or not just doing something because you a family member, or even not just doing something because it's paying me. Stepping into, okay, this not only aligns with who I am, but also this is actually can make me move forward in my career. So that's what I want to do more. So, but the collaborations is important. You know what I mean? Because they expose you to a new fan base. It was hella people that knew about strange music that just found out about Stunnaman 2 and still winning. They like, man, this dude is dope. Now they going through the whole catalog and checking everything out. So it's big.
Nah, real talk. How I discovered you was through like the corner store. Shout out to Desi.
Shout out to Desi.
Shout out to Desi.
Block jumping.
You was just going crazy.
Come
like,
on. Usually I'm pushing positivity. Come on, man.
God, you was going ham. And then I heard eat a salad.
Come on. Bitch, nigga, eat a salad. Come on.
And I wasn't eating no salad. He had me feel like a bitch nigga. I'm like, hold up.
Bro, you a whole professional athlete.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm back on it.
Yeah, for me.
You know what I'm saying? It started off, shout out to Every Table. I went to Every Table, got me some salads. You feel me? And
you was back on pig, but now you back on salads.
Yeah, come on, bro. Thanks to you.
Come on, man. Nah, that's you, bro. That's God, bro.
Come on, bro.
Nah, but that's kind of what we do. It's called a Trojan horse. You know what I mean? Like using shock value to give a message. You know, like Trojans.
Yeah, we was just talking about that. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like literally, and want and desire to get better and do it more. But when I have got the opportunities, maximizing them. You know what I'm saying? We independent, no label. I'm even Bug be laughing. Bug, that's a part of our management, our manager. But like, Bug be laughing at me because he be like, man, bro, I be telling him how much money I spent doing these campaigns, and he'd be like, bro, that's fucking crazy. How have you not spent this much money, but you're able to get here? And it's about just kind of maximizing the situation as much as possible, making the best art, and then pushing it, putting it in people's face. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like when I started doing the music, I'm not coming from a situation where I'm doing music while I'm in school, while I'm figuring life out, while I'm telling myself, okay, I'm not going to do no more illegal stuff. So that's cutting a big financial aspect out. But also, I don't come from a situation where it's like, oh, I come from a foundation of, family that can help out. It kind of always was just me and the homies that was helping out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had to convince my mom that being a rapper was something that was a viable career. You know what I mean? I had to convince people around me. So it's like, you got to figure out how to do that with next to no money. So I feel like I just adopted that and continue to push it. And that was a part of the methodology that was necessary. I don't want to take away from my message. I don't want to compromise myself, but I also need to get the people to listen to it. If I'm just like, hey, you beautiful person, go eat a salad. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to get that dude that's in the hood every day, or that young lady who don't want to hear shit people talking about to react, to be like, let me actually see what they talking about. But if I threw that shock value, the shit that's in your music every day, the shit that Boss Man D-Lo saying, Sexy Red saying, the shit that they playing in the club, if I'm able to translate that and put a message to it, you know what I mean? That's how you get to make it more digestible.
Yeah, that makes sense. That make a lot of sense, bro. Like, yeah, I want to go back to like something you said about like, your mom's and like you trying to like show her like, yo, I'm making the right decision, like, and you feel that sense of like worry, and sometimes we as creatives we might look at that as like, damn, they don't believe, they don't feel what I feel, and it's like you're trying to convince, like, so when you in those moments where you feel like they don't have an answer to tell you why, and you trying to like still be on your path, like what keeps you centered, like
God, for sure.
Okay, yeah, talk about that.
God, for sure. Like, I feel like anytime I really had real doubt, was at a crossroads, feel me, I just locked in with God. And not just for the moment type shit. For like, God, the higher power is funny because when you really want something, you might not get it right then and there, but you're going to go through the situation that scopes you. Like, I got a song called Keep God that we're going to drop very soon. Keep God in your life. You want to talk about one of those questions, or you want to talk about how if money wasn't a real thing, women would interact with a different type of
we gotta say that one.
Okay, save it. We're gonna say that one. So make sure y'all tune in to part 2 so y'all could see the follow up.
Cause like it's the intro. We want to get people like
let them know
comfortable in the space. Then after that, we're gonna have more like in-depth conversations.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be polarizing. You know what I mean? A lot of people not gonna agree, but you don't need everybody to agree with it if you feel like it's your truth.
For real. I was gonna say this. Like what? Like I seen you. Like our background kind of falls in that too. Like when we started the production company, it was around like George Floyd.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we was outside documenting everything. So
it
just gave us a new motivation. Is like black videographers and directors and stuff like that to really like push this unplugged movement.
That's correct.
Show people like what's really going on in the media for real. So like I see like you was on the news. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You pushing, like health, consciousness, things in that nature, bro. Like in real form, bro. Like what inspired you to start speaking up on stuff like that? Like getting people to like wake up to what's going on.
Of course, it's just the fight for our people. Unfortunately, we've been unjustly treated in America. We are the original Americans. I talked about my background. My dad's family, they're from South Carolina, so they most likely was quote unquote brought here through the transatlantic slave trade, but also my people, they Geechee. Geechee is some of the first people that was hit native here, mixed with the Native Americans. Then my mom's side of my family, My last name is Gomes, Portuguese, Cape Verdean. That's an island that's melanated people in the East Coast. And then my grandma, she's Narragansett Native American. So it's and all these people are melanated, which we all put into a melting pot under the word black. But it's just, we've been so unjustly treated to forget that our people, melanated, are the original Americans. We the first Americans. If you're African American, you was brought here and quote unquote brought here, and you helped build this country. If you are African American, the Africans that was here before the white people that came over here, because it was hella Africans that came here before white people, you are technically an American before them. If you're a Native American, whatever that fits in, you just unjustly treated. You know what I mean? We all melanated like this. So that's really a drive to be like, man, we don't really get the just due that we supposed to do. So if we don't stand up for ourselves, who will? Yeah. We literally everybody, they said there's a word of hate in almost every language towards melanated people. So it's just like, damn, how do you get to that point when we the most loved as well? And then that makes me think of a quote from the movie from Jimmy Fallon's Last Black Man in San Francisco. You can't hate it unless you love it. But that doesn't make the shit that be happening right. You know what I mean? So I want to stand up for that. I love my people. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, you said something about I see things in other people because I see it in myself. And we all a mirror. So if I see my people and I love them, I want to stand up for them. That was the catalyst. But then also the thing that kept it going, just like how you said with the production company, is no reward for being a good person right now, especially not in the Bay. You know what I mean? Yeah. It used to be a reward for being a good person. It used to, if I go live my life within the parameters of I'm going to be the best version of myself, I'm not going to do anything illegal, I'm going to just lock in, you had a reward. If you went to college and got a good job, you could, end with a pension, you could buy a house, you have Social Security, bro. They about to cut Social Security. We not going to be able to get Social Security, bro. Yeah, we got to figure out investment. We got to figure out Roth IRAs, life insurance, all these different things. So in 20 years, we not like, fuck, I don't have no savings, because we not being taught that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be 50 still paycheck to paycheck. I seen too many people live like that. So it's like, but it's no reward for being a good person. And I feel like if I could show people I'm still out there protesting, what's that? Oh yeah.
No, just keep it going.
Oh, yeah,
it's just the atmosphere.
I like that. It's clean. For me, that's why you got to tell a young lady when somebody, BM banging on the door, like, hey, who is that in there? And she be like, is somebody here for you? Be like, nah, just keep going. It's the atmosphere. Is that a gunshot? But, so like, I want to show people, like, you can be out there protesting. You can go to the strip club the night before at nighttime and the next day still block off the Bay Bridge. You know what I mean? Or to block off the bridge and protest. You can still go get a college degree but still be in the hood. Like, I just want to show people, like, there is a reward for being a good person. You can still kick it with the women if you respect them, if you tell them how beautiful they are. You don't have to be a thug. You don't have to be a killer. You don't got to be doing no bullshit and still, you can still have fun. You can still get the rewards, the fruits of what we desirable and think is cool in our culture. So I think that helps me keep it going. And that's less about just standing up for the people. That's just more so being like, all right, how do we maintain being positive, having good energy, actually treating right? And bro Love Tali off screen was telling me, like, man, when I get on, I'm finna shit on everybody who shitted on me. And I was like, man, that's an interesting way to look. But I was thinking, like, if we do what everybody did to us, we would only perpetuate the cycle of what happened. And I was telling him, like, look, you could look at it as one way. You could look at, they shitted on me, so it stinks and I'm dirty and I don't like it. Or we could take that shit and make it use it as manure. You feel me? Because you need manure. You need shit to grow. I mean, you got to go through shit to grow through shit. So it's like, in a way, feel me, in this whole process from standing up for our people, from, stepping away from doing certain things because it may be cool or may make more money and be like, let me be true to this. it's gonna be a harder route. It might take longer, but it's gonna be more fruitful because that kid who will look and be like, oh, you. If I was just rapping about lean and drugs and be like, oh, Stunnaman rap about lean and drugs, I'm finna do that too. That kid now is like, oh, Stunnaman talking about eating salads and drinking water and working out and getting sleep. And he be with all the pretty women, or he be doing this. Oh, he treat the girls nice, or he treat the ladies nice. I want to be like Stunnaman. So it's like, I think that's a part of sustaining why we got to be good people. Bruh finna hit a backflip off the ladder. Oh, get him on camera. Yeah, but yeah, so that's essentially why. And then, just I feel like it's a duty to us. Like the chips, the cards are stacked against us, bruh. And people don't want to talk about it, but like, never play the victim, but more so like we not get what's owed to us. We not get what we deserve. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like I want to see how black people, melanated people look if we got reparations. I want to see how if we didn't have to live in the lowest socioeconomic status, I want to see what our lives turned out to be. If we got actual therapeutic help, psychological help, if we got put in the right places, if we didn't have to start the race from 10 yards behind the start line, what will we be able to accomplish, not just as melanated people, but as humans or as people? So, I'd be wanting to see shit like that.
Man, that's real, bro. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm glad we tapped in on that because, like, that's important, bro. Like, for people to know, especially on this platform, we want to get people to detach from fear. But if you don't know what's going on, of course you're going to fear. So, like, the information you providing, that's going to help, just, like, alleviate certain, like, questions that you keep to yourself and create false narratives and shit.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, for sure, man.
That's what's up, bro. I was gonna say, man, you see, we over here having some issues, but at the same,
that's good. That's part of life.
Yeah, it's raw.
Yeah.
It's a process. Like that's what this podcast is about. Process. But yeah, bro. Like, I want you to like end the podcast off, but like giving people, something about you that's like. They probably don't know about you that they don't see in your character.
I don't have raw sex with women. I don't care what the situation is. No, I'm just playing. That's hella out of pocket. Nah, but keep going.
Real shit though.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Nah, but
she got to be your lady.
Nah, for sure. Mean? Or like, it's like, it's just a matter of safety. You know what I mean? You feel me? So it's like, definitely got to protect yourself. But, and it just segue, protect yourself in other ways. Protect your energy. You know what I mean? I think with me, people see me, they say I'm hella social. They like, oh man, you talk to everybody. You go do this, you go do that. And I'm interacting with a lot of people, but I have to be careful. I have to be the alchemist of my energy because not every interaction is positive. Yeah. Sometimes people might try to shit on me. Sometimes they having a bad day. Sometimes they might try to talk down. But what I've learned in reading a book called The Alchemist, as well as reading Emotional Intelligence 2.0 and just studying emotional intelligence, learning how somebody can give you energy and you can take that energy and turn it in to something else. Just because you have a bad day, you might be like, I don't like your hair. I'm like, oh, thank you. I like my hair. You feel me? Or something where I could take it and not allow it to affect me. And then by the end of the conversation, it might have started off negative, but now you smiling and you having a good day. And now,
that's true.
You know what I mean? So, and that also goes into a kind of like psychology I have. I have a saying called, do me a favor. And, and I've been saying it since I was like in middle school, maybe earlier than that. But before I leave people, I'll be like, oh, do me a favor. And I'll be like, have a beautiful day or have a beautiful life. And the psychology of that is when you ask somebody to do you a favor, it makes them like you more because we think when somebody gives us something, it makes them like us. But when you do something for somebody, your brain has to establish, I'm doing this for this person and I have to have a reason why I'm doing it. So I have to like them to actually do this for somebody. So like if I'm like, oh bro, can you give me some water? You have to, why am I going to get this person some water? It's a subtle microaggression that adds up into your brain that makes you like me more because you're doing something for me in your brain. So, tell you, do me a favor and have a beautiful day. And the favor that I want you to do is actually for you. So psychologically, that might have restored anything you got going on or anything mainly like that, or just anything that's throwing you off in the day. So to conclude and to say, like, with me, you got to protect your energy. You got to make sure you foster your energy and you be the alchemist of your energy.
When you get to that point, you know, because sometimes like as you progressing with what you got going on, and you got a lot of momentum. You know what I mean? So like
the juggernaut.
Yeah. You know so sometimes you might not be able to check in with yourself right away.
Yeah.
Like, but when you do, like, how do you reset?
I spend a lot of time by myself.
Yeah.
Like I spend a lot of like, I think people when he said for sure. I thought y'all talking about us. He's like, nah, but I spend a lot of time by myself, and in spending time by myself, when I'm able to recluse and have that solitude, I'm able to process what's going on. I'm able to write out my feelings. Writing, journaling helps a lot with anxiety. Before, I used to deal with insomnia as well, but I was dealing with insomnia because I was thinking about all the stuff that I could have did in my past, and it caused me to be slightly depressed because I'm like, damn, if I would have just started working out at this age, or if I would have never did this, or I would have got more focus on that. And then realizing, like, okay, I got to stay centered in the moment right now, because if I'm thinking about the past, that caused depression. If I'm thinking about the future, that caused anxiety. I got to think about right now. And essentially, you can create a timeless moments by staying right now. So for me, solitude, you know, so when I'm able to recharge, when I go outside, I can interact with people. I have the energy to go perform. How many times I got to perform today? 3? Oh, just to get people to hear my name, I can do that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because I've gave myself the time to recharge. I got the proper rest. I'm eating healthy. I'm doing positive self-talk. Like, I got this thing. If I say something negative about myself, I got to say 10 positive things. And it's hard, man. But after a while, after a month of doing that, you start viewing yourself differently. You start believing. So it's a whole bunch of different methods. You know what I mean?
Nah, real talk, bro. You sound like you be going to yoga.
I mean, I wish, bro.
Let's go, bro.
Come on, let's go. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Yoga, Pilates.
It's the Zen. Hey, bro, I've been seeing, like, people be judging shit, but, like, at the same time, when I see a community of, like, brothers especially, like, doing something like they went to Pilates.
Yeah.
You think your core is strong. And then, you feel me?
Pilates is hard.
You think, and then you start doing that, and it's like, it's a different wave of, like, workout. So I'm like, oh, this is why the little females be in. And then it be, you know, there's some joints in there. So
for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. Yoga classes,
Pilates, you know what I'm saying?
It be some joints in there. So.
And what else? Swimming classes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
running clubs, that's a new thing. Everybody be at the running club, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hold on. Apple Watch, you know, ready.
Exactly.
Stay ready. You feel me? Nah, but yeah, bro, like, is there anything else you want to plug?
Make sure you go listen to Eat a Salad, Refresh Me. Make sure you follow me, Stunnaman02. We're going to have a lot more drops and posts and everything like that. And make sure, you know, you do something nice for yourself today when you watch this. Do something kind for yourself. If you need some self-care, you know, go get a manicure, go get a pedicure, go get a massage, go treat yourself to something to eat, man. Treat yourself right so that when you live this life, when you out here, you're not just out here treating people like anything else because you fucked up. You feel me? Internally, get your shit right. It's a process, a constant process that you got to do, maintenance. But, you know, go do that for yourself. You deserve it, you know what I mean? And make sure you go fuck with the still winning movement and lock in with Stunnaman02. And if you ever feel down, just look in the mirror and say, we still winning.
Hey, it's lit. You gonna step in the dojo?
Yeah, come on, fuck it.
All right, fuck it. Let's get it.
To the west up.
Yeah. I'm with Stunnaman. We in the fucking dojo. He about to kill this shit. Straight from the bay.
The dance is called the Get Low. So all you gotta do is pull your pants up, make sure you good, and then you just gotta do that for you. We still winning. Refresh me, refresh me, refresh me, refresh me, refresh me, refresh me. Refresh me, 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 refresh me. Look, I done took some hydrogen to mix it with oxygen. So with a cosmopolitan, think she wants some vitamins. DA help her collagen. Dark chocolate king, I'm her main antioxidant. Ask about my double cup, baby, this ain't rubber touch. Sea salt, lemon, lime, water came from coconut. Electrolytes soak it up, this can help you sober up. Need some more honey, so she made her legs open up. You been in the gym and in the sun, I see you toning up. Only drinking water, it got your skin blowing up. Say you can't smoke and get it done, ain't much not know enough. Stress level high, I can help you keep it low enough. All the bad vibes, I know you've been rebuking them. All the bad prices, I know you've been refusing them. All the natural juices, I know you've been producing them. Smell good deodorant, it ain't got no aluminum. Refresh me, refresh me, refresh me. Can we get some water? I'm dehydrated. I need you to refresh me. Refresh me. You're so fun. Refresh me. Ain't smell good. Refresh me. Get low with me. Refresh me. Refresh me. Refresh me. Refresh me. Hit that shit, Love Tolly. Come on. Hey, hit that shit, Love Tolly. Whoa, he getting freaky in this bitch. He getting freaky. Hey, make sure you drink some water. Make sure you refresh yourself. And most importantly, make sure you go get some O2 juice. And we have that available. Hit me on Instagram. And don't forget, we still winning. You bitch ass nigga.